The cold weather can affect your pipes if you're not prepared. Here with everything you need to know before the freeze is John and Ann from First Call Plumbing and AC. How are y'all doing? Doing good?
Wonderful, thanks.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on the show. This is very timely. That cold air is coming in. It's going to get really cold. So what temperature range are we looking at that homeowners, they should be concerned?
Anything below freezing is when you should start getting ready.
Okay. Yeah, so anything below freezing.
Yes.
So just about everybody then should get ready and
Absolutely.
prepare. What is somebody they're watching right now? They're like, well, how can I prepare? What's the best thing to do?
Go around and wrap everything and cover everything that you can. Protect all uninsulated pipes. I like to run faucets from a steady stream from the faucet down to the ground on the outside.
You know what, John, I'm glad that you said that because I always thought it was just a drip, but it's actually a stream, a little stream.
A stream will do better because a lot of times you'll have a drip and when you come back 30 minutes later, that drip's no longer dripping.
And that's important. Don't go to bed assuming everything's fine. In every couple hours, you need to go back and double check that it is still a steady stream.
Yeah, that's important because you want that flow.
Unfortunately, it's a lot of work. You have to keep going back out and checking things and making sure that you keep an eye on it because what you left running is no longer running and you need to be aware that you need to do something different.
It's stagnant water. That's a bad thing.
Yes, it will freeze and nobody needs that right now.
Yeah, you know, in the home, I guess the areas that are of real concern around the garage because a lot of garages aren't well insulated.
People forget about the garage.
They forget about the washing machine and the water heaters in the garage. They have plumbing and you've got to keep some heat in the area somehow, and any way you can keep water moving will also help.
Another important thing is, so if you're going to do your outside ones, have that steady stream going.
Okay.
If we're going to have a hard freeze, any of those walls, faucets, if you have a kitchen where the outside's backed up, you need to open up those drawers, let that warm air of inside the house kind of circulate in there and have that steady stream going as well.
So you want to help those pipes, not hurt them.
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
We don't want to have to come visit you.
Right.
The colder it's going to get and the longer it's going to be below freezing, the more important it is that you need to leave the hot and cold running a steady stream on any outside wall to keep it from freezing.
That's another very important point that you mentioned because I had always thought it was just one or the other.
No.
Because there's two different pipes.
Exactly. You got a hot system and you got a cold system, and if you only run the cold, you may have a hot line break.
That is very good to know. Okay, so folks watching in the hill country, this could be hours and hours of duration. They're hard freeze. So same things for those folks, of course.
Absolutely. It's more important the colder it is. And if it's going to be below freezing for 24 hours, every outdoor faucet should be running in those areas, a steady stream all the way down to the ground. And also the hot and cold in any outside wall.
Okay.
One of the things that he's come to learn is if it gets below freezing before dark, I guess it is?
Yes, and it's going to get colder all night and it's going to stay freezing and there's not going to be any water movement in the system.
Right.
The next morning is going to be really rough for everyone.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that your pipe has frozen, the water's not working anymore. What does somebody do then?
Unfortunately, you've got to wait till it thaws out to know if you have a leak, which is not a good thing. But you can walk by and do a visual check of everything and see if you've got any water coming out of the faucets. The ones that are frozen, you unfortunately have to wait for it to thaw out before you can do anything.
One of the important things, though, before we even get to this freeze is you should always know where the cutoff is.
Absolutely, that's the most important thing. So many people do not know how to turn their water off to their house, and I recommend everybody find their cutoff valve, make sure it works before the freeze gets here.
That way you don't have more damage.
Exactly.
Once that water starts flowing,
exactly.
you got to turn the whole thing off.
You want it less damage is better.
And a frozen pipe doesn't mean a broken pipe.
Oh, okay.
You know, it can freeze up an outside faucet, and after the temperature rises above freezing, it'll thaw out, and you may not have a problem.
Ah, okay. That's good to know. So how can folks that are watching, how can they find out more? Just give you a call?
Yeah, oh, definitely. 210-446-0200. Then we've got our website, 1stcallsa.com. We're 7 days a week, 7 to 7. So we're there all the time pretty much.
Hopefully no one will need any pipes fixed.
Let's be
Hopefully
proactive.
not, but be
Pay attention to
proactive.
your weather and do
Yes.
what's necessary to avoid all the frozen pipes.
Very good. Well, thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate
All
you.
right. Well, thank you. We appreciate you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right. Okay. Well, we just talked about how to care for your pipes for the cold.